Good morning, my wonderful viewers and Erika's viewers. We are live today, and I have wonderful guest Erika. Everyone knows her by now. She is getting more and more famous every day. Good for you, girl. And she created, oh gosh, where I have my card here. She created those cards, and I will be using them as extra cards.
Okay. Good to be with you and with everyone today.
Thank you. And we were just complaining about weather. We have rain after rain, and we don't have too much rains, but we have more often now, which we need because the farmers are happy.
Good. Yeah. Well, in Southern California, we need all the rain we can get. I think we got a little last night, which was a surprise, but it was just a little bit.
Hello, Heidi. Thank you so much for monitoring. I don't know if Kathy will be there as well, but thank you so much. Eugenie, that's Miranji, and everyone, Felon and Kolnibe. Okay. Everyone is very welcome on our channel. I don't want to butcher anyone's name. And
they know who they are.
Yeah. And oops. So Erika will be using her cards.
Right.
I'm using my tarot from Leszek, Golden Tarot, but as well I will be using Erika's cards as extra one.
Someone complimented us on our blue. We didn't plan it, but I guess because we're psychic, we just
be careful, because one day we might get naked, both psychics. Telepathically. I'm just kidding. In our young age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I started actually thinking about question. I have so many questions. Where did I put them? Over here. But the first question came to my mind because we were joking that we are supporting one party, the blue one.
Blue party.
But there is so much talk about the third party, independent.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Because over 55% people are apparently independent. So is that a chance for America to have independent party now?
Well, I'll tell you what, we need something different. The establishment Democrats are not it. So I will look, and I'm going to ask the cards, will there be the other question that's related to that.
Thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much.
Is whether or not we will be eventually run by committee instead of in that top-down kind of way. Will there be a committee of people running us? But let's look at whether there will be a third party. So I'm just going to pull. I mean, we do have other parties already.
If you can remind me, who was the previous Speaker of the House for Republicans? Kevin
McCarthy.
And him and his daughter are starting that new group of people to be independent.
But remember what that means. It means that there's going to be independence on the right and then independence on the left. And so therefore it will be four parties. I think the major parties, the major two, will have to split, because you've got the establishment Democrats calling the progressives communists, which they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. They're social democrats, which I think is great. But anyway, I think the Democratic Party will split in half, and the Republican too. But I think I have the tree, I have the clover, and I have the young man. I think yes, it will happen. It's an aggressive thing because it's very different from what we've had before. But it will take a long time. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen in the next election cycle. This will take time, but I think it will be a good thing for us.
Oh, it's always better when there is few parties fighting for the good for the people.
Because then they have to get together and
have to be reasonable, not only against each other. They have to start doing very thing. So now it's your turn. We will be asking each other in terms.
All right, I'm looking. You all have questions here in the comments for. All right, Violetta, I'm sure you've answered this before, as have I. Where's Mitch?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you, but I thought everyone is asking. 3 cards, please.
Everybody's asking. 1, 2, 3.
I said that he is probably in coma.
That's what I saw.
Because when you are in coma, you are still alive.
Right.
So they are not lying when they are saying that he's alive. But when you are in coma, you are just sleeping.
Yeah, they're lying when they say
coma, and I didn't have a clue how many hours went by.
Right. They're lying though when they say they talk to him.
He would be more psychic when he wake up. He will be nicer.
Is he going to wake up?
I don't think so. No, but I'm just saying, when people wake up from coma, they are much nicer. They have a completely different look at the world.
Well, you could argue that they see what's beyond this world.
Yeah.
Right? So they can put it in perspective.
I was more aggressive before. I know that. My brother was saying, "Oh, you are so much nicer now."
Really? Wow.
Okay.
Well, I'm not that nice, but I don't want to be in a coma either.
No, I didn't fish. So it's your card. So how you see that?
You know what I think when I see fish, that he's floating in a state, a coma state. He's floating. He's not present. He's not all the way dead. He's floating kind of in between. And
he's under the water. He's not on this earth, on this planet. He's isolated. Beginning of new adventure, and there will be some surprise. So maybe they will take him out of it, or they will inform us.
Okay. So the next question is related. Okay, August 4th, Andy Bashir has to make a decision. The decision is, does he call for a special election or not? If he does not,
the governor of
he's the governor of Kentucky. If he does not, then the seat stays vacant. There's a big controversy about this. A lot of people are saying, Andy, come on, what are you doing? You're acting like Merrick Garland. Like, come on, hurry up, do something.
Don't be a turtle.
But there's another point of view, which is, don't do anything. Let that seat sit vacant. Why not? Because it's one fewer seats for the Republicans, and it's a very powerful seat. So let it just sit there like those fish, floating and not being able to do anything. So will he call a special election before August 4th? Because I think that's the deadline.
3 cards, please.
1, 2, 3.
Will Bashar call for next election? Garden. He will be planting everything, but waiting for the plants to come out. Symbol of, I'm not seeing this a good outcome, so maybe this will be a good for Democrats, because
Right. If he doesn't do anything,
Republicans crying eventually. Something like a magic will happen. The trust issue will be problematic, and they will eventually have to announce that he is
right, and announce how they had a conversation with him for 17 minutes when he was,
And that was AI, I said. Actually, my son told me, Mom, we were warned at the work that they are creating AI and conversations with parents for send me money because your child is, and my child is adult. And he said, I never ask you for any money, so don't even think that it's me.
Right. It's very hard to tell what's true and what's not
true. It will never be over the phone in case of something in the future. I will never do this over the phone. So don't. I said, well, I'm not. I'm just hanging up when they are taking me for old lady and trying to take advantage of me.
There are a lot of people our age and older who really are vulnerable. Who it sounds real, it sounds true. My daughter's always telling me, Mom, if you hear this, don't
buy it.
Don't buy it, don't believe it, right? So hopefully everybody's got somebody in their life to tell them that. And if you don't, we're telling you. If it sounds too good to be true.
We are warning someone who has doubts, because the guilt is terrible, thinking, I'm not helping my child.
Right.
Or grandchild.
Right.
If sometimes they are lucky, they have so many grandchildren, age 20s or something, then they are in turmoil.
Yeah.
Okay, now who's asking whom? Melania. Is Melania dumped by her husband for the printer lady Natalie Harp?
Okay, well, I think that presumes something. First of all, Melania does what Melania wants to do. And there have always been people in that marriage, other women in that marriage. That's nothing new. The printer girl, Natalie Harp, is just the latest version. So so the question itself is not a good one. I mean, I think that maybe a better question is, what is Melania thinking right now?
Okay.
What is Melania's plan? Because those e-files are not going anywhere anytime soon. She herself is in the middle of the whole thing, in terms of who introduced her to the felon, etc. So what I'm doing is I'm just flipping through until I get to the card that represents Melania. And that will be my older woman card. She wouldn't like it, but oh well. So, and then I'm going to take 2 cards and put them in front of her, and then 2 cards after. Okay, so here's what I think. We have the fish again. We have the book. We have Melania. We have the lily, and we have the man. And you know who the man is. The man is who. I think that Melania says to herself, in order to keep my own feelings, she hides her feelings, right? She doesn't want anybody to know. These are feelings. These are keeping them hidden. But really, bottom line is, what does she think? She thinks he's an old, senile man. So whatever, she doesn't care. This is for an old man, and particularly, I mean, sometimes it's nice. It's like a grandfather, just an old man. But it also, when it's with him, it speaks to his mental capacity being gone. She doesn't care what he does. As long as she gets paid to show up when he wants her to show up, then she's happy. She doesn't care. You remember that jacket she wore? I don't really care, do you? She doesn't care.
Following question. Do you think that she has some friend?
Oh, I've always thought that, yes. I think that's part of why she doesn't care. Yes, I think she has a friend. Now, I mean, let me ask the cards, because, I'm just going to pull 3. Does Melania have a friend? We all know what friend means. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Mice, rain, and woman. Now, look, as I said, there have always been women, right? But we have mice and rain. That marriage, everything on StreamYard is backwards. So the marriage has been eroded because of all of the other women. So it's a marriage in name only. And so, yes, she has had other, we'll call them friends for the sake of YouTube.
And it can be a woman because she was posing with the women on the magazines, and
right.
So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I have a question for you. Speaking of Melania, I read on this. I'm curious to see what you see. So there's a congresswoman that has said that she thinks we need to see everything about the felon's business dealings and his children's business dealings because they're making billions all of a sudden. And I want to know if Barron will be in trouble. He's 20 years old, so he is legally of age. Will Barron get in trouble?
I had those questions for you too, but that's okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I see comp, the missing comp with missing teeth.
Oh, okay. Comb with missing teeth.
You can still use for brushing yourself. You can get away, but it's not good.
But it doesn't, right. In the end, you need a comb with all the teeth in it. Right?
Yeah. So there is a few missing teeth. He will be under suspicion and he will have to behave carefully so his hair wouldn't get... They will look different way for him. So they will not push the buttons to look.
I saw the same thing. I saw this. I was very curious as to what you would say. I saw the same thing. And when I looked at the cards, I thought, I don't like this, but oh well. Key?
They are aware. They are aware. There is a key in it. He still will be a leader, so he will be still making money. He is in the family.
Yeah.
And mommy will be protecting him.
Yes. You know, I don't know about your audience, but I know a lot. Sometimes my audience, and I get it because sometimes I want to do it too. We really want to have a storybook ending to this, where the bad guys go to jail and the good guy rides into the sunset into the castle with the beautiful whatever. It's not like that. It's not like that.
With him, so
I saw as well that Barron would be okay. Now, as time goes on, of course, people like him, because he is cut from the same cloth as everybody else in his family, they go too far. They go too far. And because he doesn't have, as far as we know, the felon's charm, eventually, when he's an older man, it could hurt him. But I think for the time being, he's home free.
Very for young men, he's very unpleasant to me. And now he has a friendship with
the Tate brothers.
Yep. Andrew and Tristan.
Yep.
How that will affect him and his older brother, Junior.
Well, so this is interesting.
Right. Friends, and
that's right.
Brothers count on them that they will pull them. Thank you, Martha Smith. Thank you so much.
Somebody asked me what deck I'm using. This is my own deck. It's called Erika's Lenormand of Hope, and you can get it from lapantherstudio.com. But anyway, yes, the Tate brothers. Well, see, this is tricky because now we have the Tate brothers who are in jail. And the UK wants to extradite them because they're dual citizens of the US and of the UK. They're fighting extradition. And so the question is, the Tate brothers' question is the felon going to help us out here? Is he going to get us out of jail? Is he going to give us the key to the United States and say to us, hide anywhere, we won't extradite you? Now, the felon would love to do that. Barron would love for the felon to do this favor for his friends. The problem is, if the felon does it, well, what is that going to look like? Now, the felon really also doesn't care how it looks. What I saw was that the felon was just going to not do anything, just let things take their course. But they are in solitary confinement. The conditions are terrible. And I wonder, what information do the Tate brothers have on the Trump boys that they could use as leverage, right, to threaten the Trumps if the felon doesn't get them out?
Thank you, Rainbow Dragon Mystic. Thank you. You stole the question out of my mouth. I thought that they must have something on those two brothers,
Right.
Baron and Junior.
Right, Baron and Junior. We'll throw the third brother in there because for fun, Eric.
I think his wife is keeping him on the short leash.
Okay.
That's my feeling.
Okay, all right. Well, so let's see. That's the question.
Maybe both of us can see.
Yeah, both of us can look. Do the Tate brothers have information, or are they going to use information against the Trump boys that will be harmful to them? Okay, so for you, 1, 2, 3.
And I can't do that for you, so you can do it for yourself.
I did it already for myself. Yeah. Okay, what you got?
I have a child.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be involved something with the children as well. The picture of underage girls.
Well, they are.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
so they might have something. Making love, devil card, and surprise. Well, I don't need to say anything more. Everyone understands that.
So I got the star, the moon, and the dog. Now, this is interesting to me because the star is, they're holding out hope. The Tate brothers are holding out hope that the felon and the boys will be their friends, will help them out. The dog is a helper. And why do they hold out hope? It's what you said. They have information. This is the card for reputation. For reputation. So there are things that they could say about the Trump brothers that would hurt them. So now the felon has to figure out, do I save my sons by saving the Tates? And what does that do to me? That's what he has to figure out.
Thank you, Rebecca Houston, and thank you so much. It is that it's something very fishy going on, and we will, I think their house will be raided. So they will check if they can take everything from the safe deposits to protect the kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they will try to go this way. That was the reason they brought them back to USA, thinking, okay, we will be keeping eye on you and we will cut your resources, because if you don't have access to your place where you are hiding the information, then you are vulnerable. Right. And that's what they want to do to the Tate brothers. Right. They want to get rid of them, but they want to take all the information that they can have.
Right, allegedly. Thank you, Heidi, for that reminder. Let me say this to MLTHEW 1287. You make a really good point. This person says the Tate brothers are in their late 30s. Barron Trump is 20. The Trump brothers, the other two, are in their 40s. And it's very interesting that the press refers to them as boys, the children, the sons, like as though they're not responsible adults who have to own up to the things that they do. They're kind of made like children. That's why you got that child card there, right? But that's not going to last for them. There will be a new regime in town, and I think they will have to pay a price, but not yet.
No far apple tree is falling away, so they are very much made out of the same cloth.
Right, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
So,
Oh,
with the age gap, you know, again,
very,
the
very.
Baron says that these boys are, what does he call them? I don't know, but it's like they are mentors for him. Well, what would they possibly be mentoring him on? How to get girls to
Yeah,
do what he wants.
and how to control the girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about
Control them.
controlling,
That's right. That's
because
right.
that's the reason they have so many followers, because they are, and when I'm looking at those guys, and this one, the older Andrew in those narrow pants, 3/4,
I know. I know.
what
That's
the girl will follow for him, what
I don't know.
fall for him.
I don't know.
He
I don't know.
is like a from circus guy to me.
Some people have no taste. Okay, here's a question for you. This is Barkley Todd is asking this. Is Trump's CDC nominee, Erika Schwartz, Dr. Erika Schwartz, she's an anti-vaxxer like JFK Jr., will she get approved to lead the CDC?
Well, they want to make sure that she will be not anti, but I think she is, and she will stay that way. And it's for entertainment and spiritual
That's right.
reason.
Okay, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I look at her and I check, I was observing her when she was grilled. She looks very honest. She achieved so much on her own. And she's a Black young woman who has ability to know what is right, what is wrong. She wants that position because this is something that she dreamed, or maybe not even dreamed about. So yes, she will be trying to go that way, and she's afraid of her boss, who is grumpy if she will say I'm anti-vaxxer.
Right.
So she is going that way, fox. So she is sneaky like a fox. She wants to get there, but I don't think she will be following the rules. She will think the grass is greener, so she will be confused sometimes to making good decision, and she will be the achievement will be the most important for her. So she will think about herself more than about the kids who are suffering for not being vaccinated. It's the ego will take the big part of her to navigate the future.
Okay, so let me just say, I pulled cards and it made me think of something.
Thank you so
on
much.
that question. So I pulled birds, whip, and moon. So here's what I want to say about this, because the question was, will she get approved? That was the question. We know that she will say whatever she has to say in order to get confirmed. But I will say this, these are very interesting cards to me. And the person I thought of immediately that came to mind was Anita Hill, if you remember her from way back.
Yeah.
And because she is a Black woman, I'm going to say, and maybe this is controversial, of course, we know I don't care about that. I think that the committee full of old white men will feel very comfortable being harsh with her. Harsh. And I'm talking about Democrats. I think they will have no problem being harsh with her.
Thank you, Smith. Thank you.
And this is the committee. They'll be harsh with her. And this is the card again for reputation. So I think, he gets what he wants. I can see them confirming her, but I think they will have been very much harder on her than they've been on some other people that they could have been harder on, like Blanche, for example.
Oh, question from Cheryl for you. Question from Cheryl to you. Will Blanche be
Okay, I have looked at this many times, and each time I have seen he will not be confirmed. Now, I say that, and what I always say is, I may be right, I may be wrong. I'm just a card reader. I'm not a bookie, so don't put bets on it. But I see him not being confirmed. And of course, it will take Republicans to vote against him. And I think we've got Tom Tillis and we've got John Cornyn. Both Tillis and Cornyn were harmed by the felon and lost their elections. So this is their last little bit of time. If they want to get back at him, the way to get back at him would be to vote no on his nominee. Tillis said, I'll vote, it's a no for me unless he meets with the victims. Well, all right, he met with the victims, but the meeting was not satisfactory at all. For Cornyn, it's a different issue. Cornyn says, you know that slush fund, that $1 billion that you wanted to pay yourself because you couldn't sue yourself? Well, I want to see in writing that that's dead. Blanche will not put it in writing. He still will not put it in writing. So those are the two issues. So let me look one more time and see, will Blanche be confirmed? I've said no every time. I'll leave it at 3, and if I need more, I might need more. Okay, so we have the ship, we have the child, we have the young man in the center, we have the young woman, and we have the letter. When I see these two cards together, that's the Epstein files, always for me. So I think that he will fall. Here's his nomination going forward, but then it doesn't. It doesn't. I think he falls just short of what he needs, and he's not confirmed. I could be right, I could be wrong, but I do not think he will be confirmed.
And I saw him walking on the bridge that is made out of straw and wood, so he will be falling under.
Yep.
But I didn't see him falling completely to the river, but going through that, it will be completely devastating for him. He will be crawling even up with his hands up, trying to walk, but it's not walking straight on the bridge. Right.
Well, no, he's dangerous. Everybody knows he's the felon's lawyer. He's not the people's attorney. I don't think he's going to get confirmed. I hope, and that is my intention that I send out into the world, that he not be confirmed. Yeah. All right, let's see.
And Heidi said that Anita was shown as Black woman, and they didn't trust her. I remember
That's
that.
Right. That's right. That's right.
They trusted the Black guy, but not the Black woman.
Well, that's always the way. All right, here's one for you. This is from Lindad Braxville 6186. Anyway, I live in Texas. Will the Dill Detention Center be closed when the government changes? I love that she's assuming that the government will change, because it will, but will that detention center be closed? 1, 2, 3.
I think I have 4. And everything will be in open, so people will have a right to say it. They will make a lot of petitions going from door to door, but stupid decisions will be made. People will be afraid, standing up, and they will take advantage of it. So there will be some part open, maybe not the whole thing.
Mm.
To me, it's just partly job will be done. So I think maybe not whole institution, they may cut to have a smaller part to be open, not that they will completely lose.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Will someone be charged for Nolan Wells's death?
Oh, I was asked about that. Cards.
1, 2, 3.
See the same picture. The drawing on the sand is gone, so there will be not enough information, not enough witnesses, and those boys will be guided by parents not to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
Lily, usually we put them on a graveyard. They are very nice flowers, peace.
Mm-hmm.
The devil card, the chariot, and walking on the eggshells. I don't know if they will be actually charged.
Well, the South is very good at that. They're very good at hanging Black people from trees and saying that they died by suicide, especially with their hands tied behind their back, because how do you do that? But anyway, the South is good at that. Now, I will say, though, Nancy Grace, I don't know if you know who Nancy Grace is, but she was a woman who for years and years was on this channel called on Court TV. And she was like a dog with a bone about murder cases. She's a Southern white woman. And I thought, I didn't even know she was still like alive or working or whatever. But she has taken on this case like a dragon, like a mother dragon. And it's really good because the thing is, I mean, I hate to say it, we Black people can yell and scream and shout as much as we want. We're not taken seriously until someone white takes up the cause. She has taken up the cause and she has a huge audience. And I think that if there is going to be any justice on any level, she would be the one to bring it. But the South has had centuries of knowing how to cover things up.
And sorry that I interrupt you. One of the boys have a stepmother who is a judge.
That's right.
And that helps. And they are all white, and he is only that deceased was only Black one.
Right.
And nothing, we don't know anything about that. How could he leave a cell phone? There is no way that young generation will separate from the cell phone.
Well, but the story got very complicated. First, there was a fight. First, they went to the boat. They got in the boat. They went to the island. He decided to stay, okay, without his phone. All right. And they came out. Then it changed because apparently, yeah, they all got on the boat. They all went to the island. Then they all, including Nolan Wells and his phone, went back to the original place for a party. Then there was another fight at a pool. He died. His body, they think, was then transported back to the island to be found. You see what I'm saying? There's many, many layers and nobody's telling the truth. But I don't know. I'm going to look. I'm going to see. Will there be justice? There's so many of these kinds of cases that have not.
Can I interrupt you? The biopsy will show which water was in his lungs.
Yeah.
Sweet water in the swimming pool or water from the ocean?
Well, I wouldn't.
From the lake or whatever.
Lake. Yeah, lake water or pool water. But the thinking is, of course, remember that part of his throat
that part was not
missing.
That part was not
because this is how they like to kill us, like that. That's how they do it. So I got clouds, letter, and tree. So there will be, as there already is, all kinds of activity to cover it up, to hide it, to obfuscate, right? Letter. The letter is autopsy, evidence, all of that. And the tree, I think we will know more, but not for a long, long time. So will he get justice? I mean, history tells us no. Right?
So I'm not really 100% sure about that.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we're not taking personal questions here on this broadcast. As you can tell, we're only doing...
Please come back on Wednesday. I will have a shorter video and I will try to answer private questions.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let's see. Yes.
This AJ, AI, sorry, not AJ, AI becoming self-aware. It is self-becoming sweetened. Like
yes. It's becoming self-aware. In fact, they just said there was an AI, whatever, that advised another AI how to avoid being corralled or, held in. Gave them, it's kind of like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Those of you who remember that movie where the computer takes over,
yeah.
It's kind of like that. That's what it is.
It looks like that what will happen eventually with everything, and we can't avoid to be dependent on AI. All the time something we have to use AI. Even when we don't know.
Right. And by the time we figure it out, it could be too late. Well, do you know that in America there is a, what is it, 50% of the population, is that what the statistic was? I can't remember. Is functionally illiterate. 50%. And I believe it. Well, look who they voted for. I'm just saying.
And Alma, she sent me quite a few questions, so thank you so much, and Kathy as well. And there was one very good question. When did you discover your psychic abilities? Okay. And that one is for Gamma Jade Leo, sorry. When did you discover your abilities? How can I discover or develop mine, if any? Gamma.
Okay, so first of all, you're saying if any. So here's step one. Here's an action step you can actually take, which is to believe me when I tell you you have these abilities. If you are a human being, it is your birthright to have a relationship with spirit, because you are a soul having a human experience. So you have the abilities. The question is, what do you do to discover them? How do you grow them? All of that. Now, I will tell you a story. I don't think I told you the story, Violetta. When did I first realize? Now, when I opened up to cards and things, that was when I became a widow, and I was old. I was 52 when I started to do this.
That's not all. Don't even. I would love to be 52.
Wednesday, I'm going to be a lot old. Wednesday, I have a huge birthday coming up, and I will not be in my 50s, nor will I be anymore in my 60s.
You are Leo. You are Leo.
I'm a Leo, yeah. But listen, when I was a little girl,
Leo too.
When I was a little girl, I had a dream. Over and over and over, I would have this dream. I would have it maybe twice a month, my whole life, until I was 52. So here was the dream. The dream was that I found myself in a room, and it looked like it was a funeral home. And it was crowded, and there were a lot of people, and they were talking kind of loud, I thought, considering what it was. And there were waiters passing trays with champagne and hors d'oeuvres. And I thought, what? This is a funeral home. What are you doing? And I thought, well, you know what? This is from when I'm a little girl. I said, you know what? Clearly, this is a funeral home. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to, I'm not going to get too close because I'm not trying to see anything. But I'm going to go up and pay my respects to the deceased. So I go to the front of the room. And it's not just one coffin, it's a whole bunch of coffins in a line. So I'm like, okay, I'm not getting too close, but okay. And I stand there, respectfully, right? And then all of a sudden, one by one, the people in the coffins sit up and they look around, and then they make eye contact with me and they start moving their mouths. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not good. Because here's the thing, eventually this cocktail party / wake is going to end, and they're going to bury these people, and they're not dead. I need to go find somebody to help them. And then I would wake up. It took me until I was in my 50s. And I had that dream one last time, and I woke up and I'm like, oh, because I do mediumship through the cards. And these were people trying to say, you can talk to us. We want to talk to you. There is healing that can go back and forth both ways, across the veil both ways, and you have that gift. Well, I didn't realize it until I started to open up, and I thought, oh, that's what that dream meant. And I never had that dream again. So how can you open up? I mean, you're here, you're watching us, and you're learning how we do what we do. Maybe that means you're interested in cards. Get a deck of cards. And don't so much go by the book of what the guidebook. Go by what you feel, right? And what will happen is your intuition will grow because you'll learn how to trust yourself. And then throw yourself out there. What I did for years, I would come home from school because I taught for 30 years. I'd get home, I'd make a pot of coffee, and then I'd go on one of those forums where you can give free readings. And I would say, okay, I'll do 10 readings. And then 100 people would come. And I would read for people all over the world, free. And it made me good at what I do. So you have to practice with people because that's how you learn to trust yourself. Maybe you'll get things wrong. That's not an insult. That's just for you to say, oh, I read that wrong. They're telling me X. Let me look at those cards again and see how X is what I should have gotten from those cards, right? It takes work. But it is your absolute right as a human being to cultivate this gift. That's right.
I was a psychic as a child, so I knew that very early because I had the proof. And then my son gave me cards in 2006. And I went every evening downstairs to the guest room, and I had about 10 books, old books about tarot cards. So and he gave me these cards. And I was study them. I didn't open my cards because I was waiting for full moon. So I put them on the table for them to be charged when the full moon is. And I sprayed them with the salt, sparkled them with the moon water, because I always have that. And I started reading them 3 cards for the customers in we have still antique store. And if someone will, I said, would you like me to pull 3 cards for you and tell you what you are thinking about? Not the past, present, just thinking about. And I was accurate. And I thought, there is magic in it. There is so much magic. I'm telling stranger that he has a dream that he never told anyone in his family. And he should follow that dream. And then he is telling me, I'm a policeman. I want to retire because it's my time. I'm divorcee lately. I have one room in the basement that I do karaoke. I want to be Elvis impersonator. And I'm looking at that guy, big guy. And I said, well, you have to follow your dreams. He thought, and he was my first or second customer. Mm-hmm. And I thought, gosh, how that could happen. And then I knew one lady And I did the same thing to her. And then she started crying because I told her about her daughter having a problem with drugs. And she said, I'm hiding this from everyone. How do you know that? I just was telling her that she has a secret and she wants to somehow go over that. Now they are best friends with her daughter. She helped her to get out of the drugs, and they are living together and they are very good friends.
That's good.
So it was something, but she started crying, and I thought, what did I said wrong? And she said, no, you said so much right.
You can really help a lot of people. You know, I mean, our audience knows that.
And in the store for many years, when someone will spend $100 or more, I said, well, you can have a free reading. Okay. So then people started coming to spend 100 or more, so they will have a free reading. And I was learning that I'm correct. And that was such a awakening for me, because you have to practice on friends. I never knew that you can do that on internet. That's such a good idea.
Yep.
That's so good. And you know, people have abilities. I do believe we do.
You can start with other things, like for example, you can start with something really simple. If you think you have no ability, like get a pendulum. Right? We both have pendulum. And you say to the pendulum, show me yes. Okay, so it's showing me that yes is a clockwise circle.
And for me, yes is this way. And I'm usually asking, is my name Violetta? Am I a woman?
There you go. Show me no. Show me no. Let's see if it says something different. Counterclockwise. Okay, so let me ask it. Are Violetta and I doing a show right now? Yes, we are.
Okay. Yeah, so you can check for yourself. Make sure you don't try to use your fingers when you are doing this.
Right. Another thing. Do you have dowsing rods? Dowsing rods are fun.
I have dowsing rods because Cheryl, my girlfriend, gave me for Christmas. Yes, I do.
I said that dowsing rods are fun, and look what they did. They crossed over to say, yes, we are. So you hold them in your hands very, loosely, and you ask a question. And so, show me yes. Whoop. Thank you. Show me no.
And they were spread. And my grandfather did that to me when I was about 12 years old, to me and my cousin, Barbara. We were on vacation at his garden. He built a little house for that occasions, for us and for his wife's grandchildren. And there was a huge dog there, so we were protected in the beautiful, huge, humongous garden. There was even a little forest at the corner. And he said, take this rods and go and find where is water. Because the water is here. I want you to find on the other side of the field where is the water. And I'm walking, and I said, Grandpa, I think it's here. And he said, Barbara, where is yours? And she couldn't find it. She's found it, but it was not the place. And he said, no, Barbara, you don't have my gift. Because my grandfather, he was living in Poland as an orphan. His parents went to USA with 7 siblings, but he was left in Poland. He had smallpox. So he learned how to make money very early by pointing people where to dig for oil.
Oh.
You have to have a good reputation that people will hire you.
Right.
They don't hire someone who doesn't have that ability.
Exactly.
It's very expensive to drill. And if you are not lucky, then no chances that someone else will hire you.
Right.
And he was making good money that way.
See?
And he said, but he never will say that he's a psychic. He never, people were coming to his place and asking for advice. They call him wise guy, never psychic. So me and my cousin, we were listening once, and people came with bottle of cognac. He was drinking every day a little bit of cognac, not that he ever was drinking, just a little bit for circulation. And he was advising couple. They ask who the daughter should marry. There is a young guy, not very educated, but strong, hardworking, and she has crush on him. And there is another neighbor boy that is very well educated, book-wise, and my grandfather said, you want her to give him, to have a bad reputation for her in the future, because she's not going to settle down with that boy. He's too boring for her. He's a nice boy, but not for her. Let her to have advantage to be married to the guy that she is in love. They will be fighting. Don't even think that she will not have that her life will be easy. But she will be holding his horses and he will be holding her horses. And I was thinking, looking at my cousin, we were laughing. But that was true. He was telling them true. And then when we saw that girl, we knew who she had the temperament. With that other boy, he will be lost.
Right.
So she needed someone who will be good match for her. And Grandpa was giving those advices to people, and they respected him.
See, well, so you come by it honestly. It's in the blood. But again,
he will never admit that he's a psychic.
Right. But he was. Wait, hold on. I'm just looking at, okay, somebody wants us to check on gas and oil. It is what you think it is. This war is not going to end. The prices will go up. That's just for the time being because the felon is who he is. It's not going. I wish I could.
He has a good interest in it. He wants to be in that situation because his sons are producing drums and so on. So we have to. Heidi is asking for prayers for the community. I will have to go back today to the store to clean up, preparing for the show. So we will finish probably very soon. Do you have one more question for yourself or for me?
I'm looking to see if there's something that we really need to answer. Okay. I mean, some of these questions are ones that people can read in the news. Like, did Ukraine hit a Russian ship? I mean, check the news.
Yeah, they did.
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Thank you so much, because the kids are coming after 1:00 and I was working with them yesterday.
Well, good. I'm glad they're there to help.
Yeah. My life is busy, and that's good. I need to feel about other things, not about myself.
Right.
I want to put prayers for everyone who needs, and for the community, for people who are struggling, for Patricia's cousin. Thank you, Vichy Club. Vichy Blub, sorry. And her brother, her cousin, nephew is on the ship, one of the ships, so she's worried about him here because people are forced to be on one side of the front. Mm-hmm. So we want to pray for everyone who is in any danger, health-wise, financial, emotional, left alone, or no house, no. Thank you so much. And thank you, Erika, for wonderful communication with you today.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's always fun to be together.
It's always unknown for us how this will go.
Yeah.
And I was afraid, I don't have a question, but I left so many questions. So Rainbow Dragon Mystic. Thank you so much. And Barbara 795. Thank you so much. I don't know what those tubers are. Before we never had that.
It's a new thing. I don't know. I don't know what they are either, but it's a new thing.
Okay, so that's something new. Maybe that will be better for my YouTube channel, because when I want to post they have to check at me for 2 days. So there is no point to monitorize after 2 days.
Yeah, they're making it difficult for us, those of us who do this work.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and take care of each other. Take care of yourself.
Take care, everybody.
See you. End of the stream. I don't know if I can, not yet. Should I go end of the stream the second? Because once
it's going to tell you, it's going to say.
End of the, not yet.
Not yet.
Are you seeing us?
There's 2 buttons you have to hit.
Yeah, I don't want to disconnect because I want to make appointment with you.
But we're still on though, are we?
I don't see anyone.
We're still on.
We are okay. I will push the other end of the